Hello and welcome to the Professional Times. I'm Kshitiz Verma and I have a very special guest today, Mr. Aashish Rego, who is the music composer, the producer, the entrepreneur, and Aashish is also the secretary of MCAI. So welcome to the show, Aashish.
Thank you, Sujit.
So Aashish, when you started your journey and then what kind of experiences you have very long journey and then a lot of success you have gathered in this journey. You can just talk about that. We'll be very happy.
Okay, thank you. I have been more than 25 years in this industry, the music industry. I started my journey into music at the age of 9, where I began learning the violin. Then I moved on to the viola. Then I led the orchestra in which I was a member of, the Bombay Players Orchestra at that time. The head of the orchestra was my teacher, Mr. Pervez Doctor. And he's also one of the inspirations for the new video we are doing for Teachers' Day on the 5th, which is going to be launched there. And he had a very deep influence in my life. From there, I began playing my professional music with Lakshmikant Pyarelal, the famous composers. And at the age of 19, I played my first recording. At the age of 11, I gave my first solo performance on stage. So since then, it's been a long journey till today. And after playing with Lakshmikant Pyarelal, I went on to play as a sessions musician with various music composers. And my last recording which I played was Kuch Kuch Hota Hai for Chatan Lalit. After that, I became full-fledged into music composition. Then in the middle, I also had 2 bands. One was Vedic Chant and one was Fire and Ice, which we played alternative fusion music and pop music. I studied sound engineering also, which helped me in my process. Then when I began music composition, I first started off as an assistant with Mr. Mahesh Naik, who helped shape my journey into background music. And I specialized as a background music composer. Till date, I have composed music for over 125 TV shows and over 22,000 episodes, which is among the largest than any music composers done in India.
Lovely. Nice.
Yeah. And it was a very educative journey itself, because every show I did, I learned something more. Now I'm busy with the OTT platform. I've done over 25 shows already for OTT, for various portals. And that is the new exciting thing which is coming into play, the digital media. COVID-19 opened up the avenues even further for digital, and it inspired me to think out of the box, which is when I came up with the idea for having a song which featured 100 composers, which had never been done before. I don't think it's done anywhere in the world. And we managed it in a record time of 15 days from the composition to the release. And the song became so impactful and popular that the PM himself tweeted about that song. After that song, we again got inspired to start a launchpad portal on MCI, where every week we are having a new release. The next week after that, we had a gratitude version release. The last week, we had the boat song, which released for Onam and was hugely popular again, because it went viral all over. And this week, we're having a tribute song for our teachers, where again we have a star-studded lineup who are going to be featured in that song.
So I guess you have a fabulous experience journey. Started with Lakshmikant Pyarelal and other composers, women composers. From there to now the digital OTT platforms, you have seen a wide range of experience with different areas. So how do you see the competitive world, like the earlier days compositions, now the full digital composition? How do you see the competitive world here?
Well, competition keeps on increasing at any point in time, because when I started 25 years back, a lot of people who were there at that time are nowhere to be seen today. To remain in the reckoning for 25 years is a huge challenge. And the only way I have done it is by constantly updating my skill sets, my knowledge of technology, and knowledge of the likes and dislikes of the general people who listen to music. So I believe that as long as your music has soul in it and melody, it'll always be popular and be liked by people no matter what. So it's the two things, the message which the lyrics have and the catchiness of the tune that is there together. That goes a long way in getting music popular. I don't believe in the likes on YouTube or Facebook and things like that, because as we've seen, a lot of that can be bought.
True, very true.
So true picture is not there for everybody to see. But when you have people genuinely appreciating music, posting comments, engaging, and reposting your songs, that is actually the true picture of popularity.
Very true. Success and the failure are the two sides of coin, and everybody has the success side and the failure side. If you want to talk about the successes and failures in past, which help you make it strong, would you like to share something about that?
So I don't believe in failures actually. I believe they're just lessons, and they're meant to lead you to even more success. So as far as lessons, I've learned a lot of lessons in life till now, and I also produced 2 films, and the films did well, and the second film bombed. But after the second film bombed, I had to sell my office, so that was a huge setback for me. But because of the entire process of pain which I had to go through at that time, I became a stronger human being. And from there, I bounced back very rapidly in 3 years by clearing all my debts, by working round the clock, and coming up with the hit series Balika Vadhu at that point in time. So I guess pain is a driver, and it inspires me to achieve further heights.
How do you develop your work environment when you work within the team and you work outside as a person? How do you manage those things?
I believe that a strong team is very important for any process, because music, I feel, is a collaborative process. It's not just a single person who creates music. And the more element of collaboration that is there, like we've seen in the 100 Composer song, there's some beautiful aspects which come out within the song, which is a creative process of so many different people in that. There's no one person who can take credit for it. And when so many minds synchronize in harmony and make music, then I believe that music that is created is out of this world. Which is why we've maintained the collaborative process in all the tracks we've done after that. So Justin and Uday and I have collaborated on a lot of tracks. Then in the Independence Day song, Somesh, Tapas, Vipin, Justin Uday, we collaborated on a lot of stuff. So then we had inputs in the second song by Ram Sampath and Ranjit Bharat. So composers who are normally competitors have got together as collaborators to create something beautiful.
Right.
That is the message that we wish to give to India and the youth. That it's not necessary to be competitors. Especially in today's times of COVID. For India to rise back again, it's necessary for competitors to collaborate. Yeah. You've got the big conglomerates merging. Why is that? Because they recognize that need. It's time for the individuals to get together, collaborate, and create something great in any field whatsoever. That's the message that we wish to give.
So I know you are a very innovative person. You strongly believe in innovation, and that's one of your the brightest side of your personality. The song which involved the 100 composers, how the idea came and how you managed to get those people, because it is very common in the industry that people ego comes like I'm not getting the credit and all those things. How does it work?
So I am a firm believer in the fact that if I set a goal, then that goal will be achieved. No or not being achieved is not an option for me. When I composed that tune, the basic tune on 29 July, my team and I, Vinny Hutton, Jitendra Jada, we sat here listening to it. And we felt that this deserved something big. a bigger platform where many minds could come together and bring their inputs on this track. Which is when I came up with the idea of 100 composers coming together. Because we've had 100 singers coming together earlier, but never ever have 100 composers come together on one track.
Yeah, this is the first time everybody's...
And that's what everybody asks, how did you get 100 composers together? But that, a lot of composers came on board with the thought itself. And the other part is trust. So Justin Uday, Somesh, they spent a lot of time also calling up composers, singers, folk artists that they knew. And so did I. And we got them on board with the concept. And they sent in their inputs, they sent in their videos. It was a dual process of audio and video input. And the entire song has been shot on cell phones itself. But if you look at the song, it seems to have been beautifully choreographed.
So in your personal life, how do you connect with people? Like, how do you connect? How do you listen? Are you a social person or you're a very reserved person? How do you connect with people?
Well, I believe in vibration. So since I'm a musician, I sense vibrations and I connect with people that way. When wavelengths match, that's when connections happen. So normally thoughts bring vibrations, and I believe that it's your thoughts that attract people to you. The way you think, the vibrations that you put out into the universe, that's how people get connected to you at that point in time. So I mean, I'm blessed that most of the people who come here and connect with me are people whom I really end up connecting with or liking or building long-term relationships with.
What motivates you when you start your day? Every day is a new day, especially in your very creative field. Every day is a new opportunity, new things which you can learn. What keeps you motivating on that?
Every day when I get up, I have this principle of writing down what I am doing that day that will make me feel proud. So I have something in mind on each day that I will be proud of. Incidentally, the first thing that I get up, I have my entire entourage of cats which wake me up in the morning. So I have 13 cats at home and 7 cats in the room that I sleep in. So from 5 in the morning, they are waiting patiently for me to wake. And there's the entire process which they have to wake me up. And it's a 5 sensory process in which you have got sight. The first thing they do is come and they stand right in my eye vision. The second is sound. So they start meowing slowly. Third is touch. And touch meaning they start jumping on me and then like tapping me lightly and things like that. The fourth is smell. So normally we don't need to get into the smell and the taste part of it, but yeah, by the time the third is happening, they start jumping, I wake up and then I feed them. That's how my day starts. Then after that, I clean their litter. So day starts with service, and that's how I feel that it sets the tone for the rest of the day. Because anything that I do in life, I aim to add value to somebody else's existence. And that's how I keep, it keeps me constantly driven. Because when you are constantly adding value to people's lives, you never lose motivation. You're always motivated, and it's like an energy motor. So I'm always thinking about what value I can add, what message I can give, what benefit can I be to society with the talents that I have. And that keeps me going. And animals are my chargers, so they keep me charged. I've got many dogs and cats in my office as well as home. So they are, I believe, the blessing that I have that keeps me driven. I have an extremely devoted and supportive wife who's the wind beneath my wings, who helps me go out there and do what I want to do and supports me in every way.
What is the most important or thing which you like about your current job?
The unpredictability of it. That no 2 days will ever be the same. If I start my work in the morning, and what happens by the time I finish is something that I will not myself be able to predict at the beginning of the day. And the next day after that, again will be completely unpredictable. So I'll never get bored in life.
true. Very true.
Each day is absolutely different from the other. That's what I absolutely love about my work.
So at the end, do you want to give any message to the viewers which are getting inspired? There are a lot of young people who are usually trying these shortcuts in their life, but I believe that there is no shortcut. You have to grill, you have to get experience. So any message with your experience you want to give to the audience?
So the message I'd like to give is, don't create boxes for yourself. Don't slot yourself into what society wants you to do. Believe that you can achieve anything that seems impossible, because impossible is just a word that you create to not achieve or not fulfill your dreams. And if you dream, go and dream freely. And once you set that clear goal, you will be able to achieve anything. No one could have predicted that 100 composers could come together in 15 days to create a beautiful song and video. But it happened. And we are now 1 month from, we're not even 15 days actually from that date. So you will surprise yourself if you dream beyond your own wildest expectations. So go out and dream.
So thank you so much, Aashish, for being with us on this show, and we wish you all the very best for your upcoming projects.
Thank you,
very
Kshitiz.
much. Thank you.